Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Amit, your host for the day. I hope everyone had great learning sessions till now from our service provider and our partners. Now we are going to start with the live session, with the live keynote sessions, where there will be industry leaders who will be sharing their learnings and everything across with you guys. Now, with the wave of digitization, it is only apt to grow your business globally. In his address, Rohit Kulkarni, who is the VP for Payoneer, will share massive opportunities available globally and how Payoneer is uniquely positioned to be your gateway for global growth. With this, I'll let Rohit take over from here and share his insights. Over to you, Rohit.
Thank you, Amit. Let me first congratulate each one of you and share with you that we are very privileged to have all of you again this year today. These are some of the snaps and images of last 4 years that we've been hosting Pioneer Forum, and this year is the first year that we are doing it virtually. It's a new experience. Circumstances have compelled us to go virtual, but nevertheless, it has given us a lot of advantages because now people from various cities, various places need not wait for the Pioneer Forum to come to their city. They could join this virtually. We already have a few thousand people who have logged in and are listening to us live, and we feel great about it. We also feel really very thankful to our partners who have made this possible for us to host this event year on year. So with that note of thanks, let me quickly move into some of the things that have happened in the last 5 6 months, which have shaped a different era for e-commerce, and not only for now but for times to come. And let's see what does that mean for all of us, right? We rightly are calling it as an inflection point for digital businesses. There is a lot of not so nice things happening on the humanity front, but if you are a business, and if you are especially a digital business, then this is the right time for us to really make it count. And we are talking about exporters from India selling their goods and wares into various developed countries, various countries where there are people who want to buy such good things. And one of the key markets, for example, the US market, has seen some great trends for online commerce really happening in the last few months. And a few pointers over here. Consumers in the US are 30% more likely to purchase their goods online this year than they were last year. And in similar breath, 40% of US consumers shifted their retail shopping to online this year. The US market itself had a penetration of almost close to 15% on e-commerce, and with the pandemic has taken it to 25-26% in 3 months. Believe me, it took more than 10 to 15 years for it to move from single digit to a double digit number. And within 3 to 4 months, it has grown by almost 10%. So really, we see the shift happening rapidly, which means that this is going to be a big opportunity for all of us in this room today to take advantage of, to leverage from. And let me talk a little bit more about what it means, therefore. E-commerce is growing almost 4 times faster than the world's GDP or world's economy. And this is not something which is happening only because of the current pandemic situation. If you look at the growth rates of 2019 and 2018 and what we are seeing consistently in these years, we are growing, and this means that there is a vibe for it. This means that there is a charter for it, and it's in our interest to make sure that we take advantage of this charter that's bestowed upon us, right? Now, what has happened in this period, right? If you look at just the impact in the last 4 to 5 months, online sales in the US has grown by 76%. In the Western European part, which is again a big geography for exporters from India, has grown by 17%, and Germany alone, for example, has grown by 16%. These are numbers which have never been seen before, and it's all in our favor, and it's all something which we really want to see more and more happen for us, so that we can go and take advantage of this, so that we can go and serve our customers in these geographies. We have some unique products. We have some great uh, products with amazing prices. We know how to kind of cater to them. So it's only apt for us to take advantage of this opportunity to make it really count, right? Some consumer tastes are also changing, and it's important for us to really understand what's happening because of this, right? Almost two-thirds of the shoppers who buy online, right, have contributed 10% of their monthly online spends towards buying goods which were sold by sellers from outside their country, which is again a massive change from previous years, right? Almost half of the digital customers are buying from global websites. They are not buying only from local websites compared to say what was 5 years back. So it's doubled in the last 5 years, and this globalization has beat all the trade barriers, has beat all the other supply chain barriers, and is still going very, very rapidly, and is really something which is playing out and unfolding in a great way. Almost 60% of consumers in 2020 say that whenever there is a digital payment option, they would prefer that. This again means that we are in business to support your e-commerce ventures to make it happen faster, in a low cost way, and in a very, very smooth and seamless way. So let's look at how this pans out, right? If you look at cross-border shoppers, and we talked about it a little while ago, they are not small number of people. There are almost 2 billion online shoppers. That is probably the population of India and the United States and probably half of Europe together. And that's a huge mass of people who really buy online today. And cross-border has almost touched a billion in 2020, which is again almost a little lesser than the population of India. So this is happening at population scale. This is not a small business anymore. This is a large opportunity, probably bigger than any other opportunity, and we're really glad that we are a part of an industry which is not only huge but which is growing at such a rapid pace, right? Now, what is the key, uh, and why should one be online, and why should one be an exporter as a business, right? For every three to when traditional when people start a new business, then when they are traditional firms, they cover 3 to 4 geographies. But when they are online, they can go to as many as 30 to 40 new markets, 30 to 40 new countries. So the scale is 10 times more to reach more and more customers through marketplaces, through web stores, through many other ways and means. But you can get like 10 times more new customers, which is a big deal, which is very, very useful for a business to have, right? After 1 year of starting a business, almost 60 to 70 or 50 to 70% of traditional businesses, they shut shop because they can't manage the cost of acquisition, their overheads are very high, the business didn't scale up, they couldn't really bring in continuous USPs into the market, or whatever the other reasons are. But the survival rate for e-commerce businesses could be as high as 80%, which means that you can service more and more new markets, 10 times actually more new customers. You can actually, your success rate is going to be almost twice that of conventional firms who are not exporting and who are not online. And most importantly, the growth rate, even if you are successful, the growth rate for domestic e-commerce is almost little less than 60%. But that for online e-commerce for export or international is almost 90% plus. So all in all, if you need to be online, you need to be exporting online, and you need to cater to international customers. There are enough and more international customers to buy your products. As a business, you'll succeed at a far higher rate, and obviously that will mean more profits, more money, and more popularity, fame, everything associated with that, more satisfaction, more than anything else, of having your own successful e-commerce international business. Now, what is the opportunity for us Indian exporters, right? Indian export market is expected to grow at 30% CAGR, which is a very massive growth rate, right? We are estimated to do $200 billion worth of volumes in the next 5 to 6 years. And almost two-thirds of consumers who shop from international sellers are buying because the prices that global sellers are offering are much better than the sellers are offering that they're offering in the local markets. Now, this is a big opportunity for us because of our cost arbitrage advantage. We are in a position to offer better prices than anybody else. There is an increasing preference for Indian goods over everyone else, and especially in the western part of the world. And just as a comparison, if we see 10% of these goods go in our favor, India's exports could actually go up by 100 billion. And this is real. This is happening for us. All we need to do is to really do the execution right, bring in newer products, bring in products which are differentiated, which we all do a good job of, and make sure that the customer gets a great customer experience of delivery and information. These are some top categories which I wanted to share with you, which are doing very well. So the pink colored map is the northern part of India, and they're very famous for sports goods from Jalandhar and Meerut, copper and other items from Moradabad and those kind of areas, apparel from Ludhiana, from Lucknow, from Jaipur, and those other parts of the country. Books, pretty famous from Daryaganj. It's a big book hub for us. Nautical collectibles, not very well known outside in the local industry, but this is a very big international business from areas like Roorkee, and we have great sellers in Roorkee, Haridwar, that belt, who really do very well in these areas, right? From the eastern part of India, typical products like tea, leather goods, automotive accessories, home decor, the handmade items from the eastern part of the world are really, something which export very well. Not surprisingly, South part is a textile hub for India. So linen, bed sheets, towels, apparel, and spices. These are really very, very prominent in the export category. Western India is very, very again popular with home decor, tapestry, quilts, jewelry. Big time Western part of India. The entire belt, Bombay, Gujarat, Rajasthan, really very strong on that. These are conventional categories that are being exported, but we also see some new categories emerge. In the north part of India, we see a lot of home entertainment, outdoor products, cameras, watches, not very prominent categories of the past, getting really good traction. Similarly, personal care appliances and tools from eastern part of India, shoes, board games, camera bags from the western part, from the southern part of India, and you have music, movies, DVDs, appliances, arts and crafts from western part of India. So these are new categories that are emerging. So I would want each one of you to really look at how you want to expand your business, whether you play in the conventional categories, whether you play in the new categories, whether you are a new to online seller, whether a new to international seller. Try to make use of some of these inputs so that you can shape your business models, so that you can really target your markets very well and take advantage of these growing categories that are in demand from India globally, right? Now, what are the typical challenges faced by cross-border sellers? Payments, and that's where really I'll talk a little bit more about what Payoneer can do there in the next few slides, where setting up bank accounts to get paid, taxation, VAT has been a pain that every seller worth its salt has gone through in the last many years. Local regulation, and then there are, I guess, if some of you attended the sessions in the morning, a lot of our partner providers really talked about some of these specialist topics of regulation, about taxation. There was a person from ICICI Bank who talked about it. There were many other service providers. Right now, there is a Ernst and Young team which is going to talk about it, on how they can really take care of their compliances and their regulatory needs. Customer acquisition, the biggest cost. It's estimated that 25 to 35% of any seller's cost is the customer acquisition cost. Optimization of margins, customer retention. Again, we heard a bunch of our partners who help you optimize businesses, and outreach and advertising talk about it. We have marketplaces who have put up their booths. We have Amazon, eBay, Wayfair. In the later part of the day, Amit Jain from Google talked about it. Siddhant from Shopify talked about it. So I'm really happy that we were able to bring you a lot of players who are specialists, who are domain experts, who are champions, who can really add value in detail in some of these areas for you. Logistics, again, we have a bunch of logistic players: G Express, DHL, and others, Q-Ship, who are going to talk about how they have attuned their presentations, how they have attuned their offerings to do small shipments, large shipments, air shipments, ocean cargo, given that the air supply chains are still gearing up, uh, planning for redundancy for warehousing in each of these new markets or conventional markets, delivering on customer experience and stuff like that. So really, these are some of the challenges that cross-border sellers face. And what Payoneer brings together is a integrated or a 360-degree approach to it. Our product is, obviously, there is no upfront cost, there are no bank fees, there are no marketplace withdrawal fees, no annual maintenance charges. All we charge is a uh, foreign exchange fee, and that too, we have really tried to make sure that it is very easy and low cost for each one of you. We have integrations with more than 2000 plus marketplaces and enterprise customers to help you expand your business. And as I said, there are a bunch of marketplaces who are participating in the event today, who can talk to you more about how they can really help you expand to new customer segments or new geographies. It's pretty fast and simple. You apply to Payoneer. It's an online application which has 2 or 3 pages, and you get your accounts instantly after you sign up, and you can start receiving payments, and you get your payments mostly in T or T+1 days. Right? We made some innovative investments in India to really change the game for you. Digital FIRC is being one of them. Today, you can go to your My Account, click a button, and get a FIRC in seconds. We are a very strong globally compliant partner. Not many companies can boast about having operations and offices in 21 cities globally, having right licenses across the world, and we work with 70 plus banks globally to deliver the money to you in time and make sure that it is the best optimized route for you without any compliance restrictions on you. We take care of all those things that apply on a global trade route to support your focus to remain on your core business of making the product and pricing it right. Our pillars have always been trust. We believe that we should create an ecosystem for our client, allow them to flourish within that. We already spoke about fees, there are no hidden charges. The most important thing is that we believe that we help small, medium businesses and enterprises to compete with the large ones because we kill the barriers of pricing, of the other features that we offer, and really make it very, very competitive for them to be able to list their products, to be able to sell their wares, and do it like any other enterprise business globally. Right. Most importantly, we believe that we can support you with not only business intelligence, information, and data, but also really make sense of it. So we have sales teams who really talk to sellers to help them onboard. We have account managers who work with them very closely to ensure that they really get their help to understand what is happening in the market, understand and analyze trends, and really create a action plan to address the growth needs of each one of you. Right. Again, repeating some of the product features that we have, you can receive funds from a credit card, you can receive funds from a bank account, you can receive funds across 11 currencies, you can receive a wire fund now also, so people anywhere in the world can pay you through US dollars. You can set up your own, you can set up a Payoneer account and link it to your payment gateway like Stripe or GlueSnap or any other authorized payment gateway, and we'll help you collect the money on the web store and also bring it back to your home location directly into your current account. So e-check is another way that we can help you bring your money from US into India. So really very rich set of features for your customers to pay you in a very seamless way. And before I kind of wrap up and wind up my discussion, I just want to wish you all good luck. I really want to thank you once more for being here today and make the best use of it. In the second half of the session, you have great speakers lined up. You have Abhijit, who leads global trade from Amazon. You have a supply chain expert talking to you about what is in store for you in Vivek Somareddy. You have Razorpay's Sashank, co-founder of Razorpay, to talk to you about how they can support you and what's happening in the industry for direct to customer. We also have Sandeep Janeja, who is the vice president of DHL, who will be talking to you on various logistical challenges and how they are geared up for the season, right from Prime Day in October to Christmas and Thanksgiving in between. We also have 2 panels or 3 panels, a successful brands panel and one of my favorites, where these are young new brands which have made the cut and really shown a lot of grit and passion to pull their weight out and be successful online. hosted by Johnny, who's our Vice President for Marketing at Globally, Pioneer Globally. We also have a marketplace panel with Amazon, Google, Wayfair, and eBay. We also have a panel for by Pioneer country managers from United Kingdom, Australia, and Southeast Asia, hosted by our APAC head out of Singapore. That will be a pretty interesting panel for you to understand what we are doing outside of India, and how sellers outside of India are really doing things differently, and learn from their experiences. So I wish you all a great day of learning, networking, and exploring. Feel free to reach us if you need anything. We'll put up all the recordings up, and look forward to engaging with each one of you in a virtual way, but definitely a very, very strong method to continue offering our services and hosting and celebrating this real passion that we see with sellers. Thank you very much. Thanks, Amit.